What's going on, guys? My name is Ted, and today I'm bringing you, due to popular demand, a new Black Ops gameplay. So it's been forever since I posted a Black Ops gameplay. I completely stopped about mid-June. In fact, the last time I got on Black Ops, I went to the recent players page, and it said my last game had been 156 days ago, because that was the last time I had any recent players. So it's been forever since I posted Black Ops, and I'm still on the fence about this game. Spawn trapping on it's a blast. Obviously, Blackbird and dogs make things really, really easy for me. But the gameplay itself is a little slow-paced. I love playing Demolition, as you all know. I love spawn trapping with my teams. I think it's an absolute blast. However, I do know that some people don't enjoy watching it, so I'm keeping that in mind too. I always keep my subscribers in mind whenever I create my content. So I want to see how this one goes. I've posted a previous Call of Duty game on, I think it was Nuketown, 231 kills, and I got some good feedback, some bad feedback. I think it's more positive than not, so I want to post it up. But if you enjoy something else entirely different, let me know. If you really just don't like these Black Ops gameplays, Black Ops is a fine game. I don't hate it at all. I think the learning curve for this game was the greatest, which is what I really enjoy. In this game, if you were a bad player, you honestly were a bad player. Like, there was no salvaging you. Whereas in comparison, in Modern Warfare 2, any bad player can throw out a grenade launcher class and do all right in the game. And in MW3, you can honestly stay AFC, away from controller, and just have Dead Man's Hand on with Hardline Pro and pull a .5 kill death ratio. I mean, that thing will get you a damn triple kill anytime you fall into second chance with the C4 in your hands. I could rant on about that, though. Anyways, Black Ops removed the death streaks, which I loved. The guns had a lot of recoil, they had a lot of kick, and they also had low damage. So with those factors combined, it made it so that this game had a huge learning curve. Basically, you were either really good at the game or you weren't so hot at the game, and you did poorly in the game, and that's what I enjoyed. I like games where noobs can't really do well, and I know I'm not calling anyone out on that. I know that there's good players at this game and there's bad players at this game. I was a horrible player. I'm not afraid to admit it. Back in Call of Duty 5, I fucking sucked at this game. It was the first Call of Duty I ever owned, and I did horrible with it. Everyone has to start out as a bad player, but I feel like Modern Warfare 3 and especially Modern Warfare 2, they make it so that bad players can still do alright, and the only problem with that is they're never going to get better. I've got a couple friends that all they do is play MW2 and MW3. They abuse all the death streaks, all the grenade launchers from Modern Warfare 2, and they're never going to become a better player because of that. Call of Duty is a huge learning experience. It really tests your hand-eye coordination, and there's really no hand-eye coordination involved in throwing a grenade launcher. There's no aim required, things like that. You're not going to ever get better at the game from those two games if you treat it like a noob. And I think it kind of tended to the noobs in that way. Once again, I'm not really complaining about it because I know it's in the game, but if you do want to become a better player, it's not going to lend yourself in MW2 or MW3. Get on Black Ops. You'll become a much better player. As I sit here and aim this side of the spawn, the things I do in this game are evil to the other team, and that's why I'm very controversial on whether I actually post it or not. Games like this, I know some people say, how could you ever find this fun? I find this an absolute blast. I love getting on Call of Duty and just wrecking kids' ass. It's just a blast for me. I love getting on here, getting 100 kills, getting out, and meanwhile my kill death ratio just skyrockets. And speaking of kill death ratio, the kill death ratio in this game was 76. I had a 76 kills and only 1 death. So it was a 76 kill death ratio throughout this entire game, and I did very, very well. I played the spawns very good, though. I only watched a couple of the spawns. I had a couple other friends watch other spawns, and we knew what we were doing. We worked as a team together, and that's how you do well in this game. You work as a team, and you abuse the bullshit. That's what I did throughout this entire game. That's kind of like a highlight reel for this game, is just completely abusing the bullshit. I had to be a good player to be able to form this spawn trap. It takes a lot of skill, and I stress that in every single one of my videos. The people we're playing are not total retards. They're actually decent players. The only problem is we put them in such a bad spot with blackbirds up in the air, dogs chasing their ass, things that have no counters. You realize we're not using UAVs because everyone has on Ghost in this game anyways. It's just a waste of a kill streak. We have on blackbirds, we have on dogs, things like that cannot be countered. And that's what I loved about this game too, is that there were a lot of kill streaks that could not be countered. In MW3, if you have on Assassin and Blind Eye, you're completely in the clear. There's nothing that's going to be able to kill you. Well, in this game, there was dogs and those blackbirds that had no counter to them, except for the counter UAV. The counter UAV countered the blackbird, but that was a kill streak, not a perk, so you actually had to do kills for that. And there was no support bonus where you can just die in between your kills. It really had a much bigger learning curve. You had to get those kills in a row to be able to get that counter UAV to be able to counter the blackbird. And there was no perk against dogs. The only way you can kill them was by literally killing them, by shooting them, and it's the only way you could ever not die to them. I love things that don't have counters in this game because they can easily be abused by me. But once again, you have to be a good player in order to be able to get those good kills. I don't know what I'm doing here. I think my teammate just stole my barrel. It was a good vantage point back there, and here we switch sides. Once again, in this game, everybody ends up leaving. Everyone either just got too mad at us, which I don't blame them whatsoever. No hard feelings there. But the entire team ended up leaving throughout this gameplay. And Black Ops had a really hard time. Our teams became so good in this game with so many blackbirds and so many dogs just endlessly being released that we had so much trouble with matchmaking, never being able to find a person to replace the guys in the other team. People would leave instantly when they got inside these games. And honestly, I would too. I'm not afraid to say it. If I got inside the game and I was being spawn trapped, I would leave the game. I don't have as much heart as some of these people do. But some guys in this game would just go, negative 50. And in this game, they honestly could. I could never pull off this in Modern Warfare 3 because it would be Dead Man's Hand, there would be Final Stand, there would be Painkillers in Modern Warfare 2. It's hard to pull stuff off in other games because, once again, they tend to the bad players. If these guys do badly in a different game like Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3, they're rewarded for it. They're given, a C4, which is basically half a damn nuke that'll blow up half the enemy team. When they get their 6 death streak, they get rewarded. I've got people that I've met inside lobbies that literally use Hardline Pro and aim for their Dead Man's Hand just so they can get that death streak, which they know is going to get them a double or a triple kill, just because they're going to just place themselves in the middle of a team. It's just like the Javelin glitch back in Modern Warfare 2. If you don't remember it, it used to be a glitch where if you pulled out a Javelin and then put it away with the Semtex, then whenever you die, a Predator missile explodes on you. And that's exactly what Dead Man's Hand is essentially. They basically just gave them a Javelin to explode on death. It's just ridiculous, and once again, it tends to the noobs too much. That's why I like Black Ops. It didn't tend to the noobs. However, I don't like the slow paceness of this game. So there's pros and cons for every game in Call of Duty. I did like Black Ops in certain aspects. I didn't like it in others. But I'll rant more on that in the future if you want to hear it. I give pretty balanced reviews on games, so I actually don't rant. I do talk about the facts. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this gameplay or enjoyed the commentary, make sure to click that like button. If you're new to my channel and want to see more, click the subscribe button. I post high-quality content every single day. Other than that, guys, have a fantastic day. The gameplay ends here. Every single enemy leaves all at once, and the matchmaking never found another guy. So that's the end of the game, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.